20-second goes. If you don't get away in that 20 seconds, you down again.
In space?
Yeah, in space, not against the game. Yep, as a group. Yeah. Ready! Go! You got 20 seconds, so don't wait. Ready! Go!
But no, you don't gotta rush.
Justin Gaethje is not talking much, but his training camp says everything. Ahead of UFC 324, the former interim champ is grinding harder than ever. Brutal pads, non-stop pace, and a calm focus send a clear message to Paddy Pimblett. This is not hype. This is a warning. He looks ready to drag Paddy into deep water and break him.
What's up, Greg?
Paddy made it clear that once this fight was confirmed, his whole mindset locked onto one thing. He did not seem bothered about who was supposed to be next or what plans fans had in their heads. For him, this was about fighting for a belt and making history for Liverpool. Justin, being the opponent, did not change that goal. Paddy spoke like this was the moment he had been working toward and nothing else mattered around it.
Look, when this fight got made, you were probably thinking Ilia Topuria was coming down the line for you. So when this got confirmed, how did you feel? What were the emotions?
I'm fighting for the belt, lad. It's all that matters. That's the only emotion. I'm just looking forward to being the first champ from Liverpool. And obviously I wanted to fight Ilia for the undisputed title, but he's got bigger things going on, so leave him to that. Hopefully he gets all that sorted. And I'm going to beat Gaethje and win the interim title.
Talking about Justin Gaethje, obviously we've seen his career for so many years, the man.
When discussing Justin, Paddy showed respect but combined it with confidence. He talked about Justin as a legend of the division and someone who has given fans exciting fights for years. At the same time, Paddy strongly believed Justin was near the end of his run. He connected this to Justin's own past comments about retiring if things did not go his way. Paddy clearly felt that beating Justin would close that chapter and stop him from ever getting another title chance.
He's a legend. I think 14 fights in the UFC. He did work before that as well. All his fights in the UFC, he's either taken a bonus or he's been fighting for a title. The guy, he's a special fighter, right?
Yeah, he's unbelievable, absolute legend of the sport, legend of the lightweight division. And it's an honour to get in the cage with him and fight him. But I feel bad saying it because I've said it already. I think I'm going to retire him.
Is that where you think he is in his career? You think he's...
Yeah, I think he could be on the verge, on the precipice of retiring. He said himself he was going to retire if he didn't get a title shot. So when I beat him, he's not going to get another title shot, is he? So
Paddy then broke down why Justin is dangerous, but also why he feels comfortable fighting him. He pointed to Justin's power, especially his right hand, and his love for wild fights. But instead of backing away from that, Paddy leaned into it. He said he wants that kind of fight and does not plan to shoot for takedowns right away. Paddy sees himself as a full MMA striker and believes standing with Justin will surprise people who expect him to play it safe.
What do you think it is that makes him special? What does he do that's different from others? What does he do that's elite?
He's got an elite right hand. You know what I mean? The way he plants that on people's chin. But he's just an absolute banger, lad. He comes out and wants to have an entertaining fight every single time. He doesn't shy away from a firefight, and he loves a war. And I've never had a war in all my years of fighting, so I'm looking forward to one.
Is that what you want?
Yeah, of course. Always want one.
So you never had a war, you want to start it by doing it with Justin Gaethje?
Well, yeah.
Where's your head at, man?
It's firmly screwed on my shoulders, lad, but, you know, people are laughing at me when I'm saying I'm going to stand with him, but I am. People think that I'm just going to shoot in the first 10 seconds. I'm not. I'm going to stand with him, and I'm going to put it on him. And people are going to be like, wow, we weren't lying. Like, he's more of a boxer with leg kicks, and I'm an MMA striker. I don't do just boxing or Thai boxing or kickboxing. or taekwondo or karate. I'm an MMA striker, and you'll see that when I fight him.
Finally, Paddy spoke about where he sees himself compared to Justin. He sounded convinced that he is still rising and has not even hit his best years yet. While people outside think he is peaking now, Paddy believes his growth is still coming. That contrast mattered to him. In his mind, this fight is not just about beating a big name. It is about one fighter moving out and another stepping fully into his moment.
So that's where you think he is in his career towards the end of it. Where do you think you are in your career at the moment? How do you feel? Because from the outside looking in, it really looks like you're hitting your stride. All that potential seems to be coming out.
I don't even think I've hit my prime yet, to be honest. I didn't mature till I was older. You know what I mean? I didn't have a growth spurt till I was about 23. So, yeah, I don't think I'm even in my prime yet.
But Justin didn't stay back. He shared his thoughts and prediction for the fight, focusing on control and momentum rather than hype. He believes Paddy Pimblett will fight smart, not recklessly. Justin pointed out that Paddy showed patience in his fight against Chandler, and he expects the same approach here. He sees Paddy as someone who builds confidence early in the fight, and Justin knows he has to stop that growth quickly to prevent Paddy from taking over.
Do you believe against yourself he'll still be as aggressive, or do you think he's going to be trying to look to get this to the ground as quickly as possible?
Well, no, I mean, I think he's going to have to. I mean, obviously, I think he's going to fight smart. I think he's going to fight a smart fight. I think he fought a smart fight versus Chandler. I think in the first round he was very calculated. He wasn't necessarily over aggressive, and I expect him to fight like that against me. And I really got to control his feet. When it comes to technique, he might not be there, but when it comes to like aggression and tenacity, I mean, those are big variables when it comes to striking, and those are things that he does not lack in. And so I'm going to need to still his momentum and still the confidence, because that's why he is so effective right now.
Justin also gave a detailed look at Paddy's striking. While he does not see it as perfect, he respects Paddy's power, constant pressure, and forward movement. He believes Paddy's aggression is dangerous because it can create clinch and takedown opportunities. Justin's plan is to control Paddy's movement, use angles, and respond to pressure with harder shots. In his mind, the key to winning is stopping Paddy's momentum before it turns into serious damage.
How would you rate what he does on the feet?
What I rated striking, probably like a 7 or an 8. I mean, he really throws a lot of power into his shots, and if you do get hit with those shots, like there's no doubt it's a problem. And he's constantly moving forward, and that's a big part of this sport. And it really gets him into these clinch positions and into these takedown positions off of his strikes. And so I really got to create angles and run him into shots. I've always said I create car crashes. I want to be the object. We're the same mass. I want to be the object that gets there first and has the most force. And that's by controlling his feet and running him into dangerous positions.
After training, some experts shared their predictions for the fight. Chael Sonnen focused on one main question: speed. He kept asking whether Paddy Pimblett is actually faster than Justin Gaethje. In Chael's view, beating Justin is not about wrestling or toughness. The key is being quicker, landing first, and getting out before Justin can respond.
And I gotta tell you, I don't know. When I watch Paddy, I don't come away going, whoa, that is freakishly fast speed. Give you an example. When Conor McGregor fights, I come away going, whoa, that dude's fast. Now, I ask you that, it doesn't mean that Paddy's not fast. I'm sharing with you that if you're going to beat Justin Gaethje, you have to be faster than him. Anybody who has ever beaten Justin Gaethje has had that quality. They have not been a better grappler. That's not what it comes down to. They could out-condition him, out-experience him, out-grit him. You have to be faster than Justin Gaethje, because he'll give you a chance to hit him. They don't mind if you hit him. It's a speed issue. Can you hit him a lot? And by the way, when you come in to hit him and he allows you to, he's giving you a shot so that he can get a shot. If you can be fast enough, you can get your shot and get out of the way before he gets his shot, right? It's an equal trade.
Chael also raised doubts about Paddy's chances because he does not look exceptionally fast when you watch him. He pointed out that every fighter who had beaten Justin had a speed advantage. Justin allows exchanges, but that can be dangerous. If you are not fast enough, you get hit just as hard in return. That's why Chael keeps questioning whether Paddy has the one thing he needs to win.
But is Paddy faster? Justin just gave an assessment. I'm so happy for Justin, by the way. He played such an interesting hand here. And he didn't have the cards. By the way, he did not have, I mean, there was a lot of things that fell into place to get us to this point. If Ilia Topuria had not taken to social media and said, hey guys, time out, I don't believe we're at this point. I don't believe it was going to be Justin versus Ilia. I'll admit that it could have been, but I don't think it was. I think Paddy was going to get that opportunity first, and I'm not sure that Sarukian wasn't possibly also in front of Justin. So I just talk about, I'm very happy for him, and I'm very happy for the sport that everything has worked out the way that it did. And one thing that I admire about Justin Gaethje and this call out, I got to give Paddy the same credit.
Michael Bisping's prediction highlights how people will likely try to downplay a Paddy Pimblett win before it even happens. He notes that Paddy is probably expecting excuses, like claims that Justin is too old or past his prime. Bisping doesn't fully agree, pointing out that Justin has still looked sharp recently and isn't washed, even with a recent knockout loss.
Look at Paddy kind of got ahead of, he did a little video where he was saying, you know, if I beat Justin, I know what you're all going to say. He's the man's 37 and he's past his prime. Just like they said when I beat Bobby King Green, that he was old and he couldn't grapple or whatever he said. And he went through every fight. He said, they're always going to say that, you know? And they did say that. And they do say that. And they kind of might well say that if he beats Justin Gaethje. The reality is, though, Justin looked phenomenal against Rafael Fiziev. Yeah. You know, and all right, he got knocked out against Max Holloway.
Bisping also thinks this is the perfect time for Paddy to face someone like Justin. He mentions Justin's history with knockouts and reminds fans that he has been stopped before, more than once. Bisping isn't disrespecting Justin, but he emphasizes that the wear and tear over a long career matters, especially at this stage. At the same time, Bisping is careful not to bash Justin. He goes over his losses and points out that there's no shame in them because they were all against top-level fighters.
On him. It is the perfect time for Paddy to be facing somebody like Justin.
He did get face planted by Max Holloway as well.
And he's been knocked out. Yeah. Yeah. And he's been knocked out badly before that. That wasn't the first KO. I mean, Eddie Alvarez put him out with some knees and beat him up. Who else knocked him out?
I don't know. I'm just going to look it up right now.
Oh, well, Charles knocked him down really bad, I think, and then choked him out.
Well, yeah, no, he did. Knocked him out and then choked him out. Hold on. The record is here. His record is, wow. I'm just going through all the fight of the years and all the awards and everything. Taking forever. 26 wins, 5 losses. Knocked out 3 times. Max Holloway, Oliveira, choked him out. Habib, choked him out. Dustin Poirier, TKO. Eddie Alvarez, KO with the knee. Okay. Yeah. No shame in any of those.
No. No, he's only fought the best guys in the division. He debuted against Michael Johnson when Michael Johnson was, and by the way, still winning fights, but was really dangerous at the time.
Yeah, no, of course.
However, some like Arman view things differently and hold a harsher opinion of both Paddy and Justin. Arman Tsarukyan made it clear that he does not see Paddy Pimblett or Justin Gaethje as fighters who can challenge him. He compared them to punching bags, saying they are the kind of opponents you still need to prepare for seriously, but he feels confident that neither is at his level. Arman stressed that even though anything can happen in a fight, he does not view either as a true test of his skills. He also highlighted that while both Paddy and Justin can surprise you if you are not careful, he believes his abilities surpass theirs. In his mind, no matter how intense their fight might be, he would be able to handle either one without being in danger. Arman's comments make it clear he sees himself above the upcoming clash, almost as if he is already thinking about the next level of competition rather than worrying about their match. Some experts believe Justin's power, experience, and non-stop pressure could be too much for Paddy to handle. Justin has been training intensely, drilling his striking angles and counters to make sure he can control the fight and stop Paddy from building any momentum. His experience experience in high-level fights gives him the tools to stay calm under pressure and make precise decisions when it matters most. On the other hand, Paddy's speed, timing, and smart approach make him a serious threat. He can move, adapt, and create angles that might frustrate Justin if he doesn't execute perfectly. Paddy has shown he can stay composed in tough moments and pick his opportunities carefully, which makes him unpredictable and dangerous. With both fighters bringing different strengths and strategies, this fight is shaping up to be fast, intense, and possibly end before the final bell. Fans can expect high-level striking, movement, and moments of pure action. Let us know in the comments who you're backing. Are you going with Justin's raw power and experience, or Paddy's sharp skills and clever fight plan?